Welcome to Pumpsim tutorial number 2, building a basic model. Today we will build a simple model just by using the mouse and drawing freehand. To draw a pipe, choose the draw button and then drag the mouse across the screen, clicking every time you want to start a new pipe. Click the escape button to cancel drawing. Further pipes can be drawn by extending existing pipes or starting at new locations to draw new pipes. When we have finished drawing, we can hit the simulate button to see what happens, but in this case there will be several warnings that we will need to fix first before we move on. To move water through pipes, we need a change of pressure. To produce pressure in Pumpsim, we can either use a pump or we can use an elevated column of water to generate the pressure. In this case here, we'll install a tank with water in it to produce the pressure. Now graphically the tank we've drawn here is a little small, so we're going to use the scale control just to enlarge the tank to make it easier to see on the screen. The simulation will show warnings at the end of the pipe. The pipes must be set to open to allow the pipes to flow water. Simply click Edit at the end and click the Open option. Running the simulation again shows the simulation is now working correctly. To make the text more visible, we're just going to use the scale control to change the size of the text so it's easy to see. Remember, the scale of any graphical item on the screen can be changed at any time. This may be necessary depending on the size and scale of your model, and may change depending on whether your model is small or large. Let's draw some additional pipes and connect them together. When you draw pipes, you'll see that pipes that are drawn close to each other will turn yellow, indicating that they're joined together. When we run the solution again with the simulation button, we'll see that the numbers will update to show the new flows. The edit button can be used at any time to change the parameters of any items on the screen. In this case, we're going to change the size of the tank to make it higher to produce more pressure. Running the simulation again will show the new range of flows, and we'll just reset the colours so we can see a full range of colours for those flows. Showing data by colour in Pumpsim is a very useful way to analyse simulation results, particularly for larger models. Make sure your colours show the full range of data by manually entering the ranges or by using the colour reset buttons on the data manager. Let's install a valve to control the water flow. To install a valve, click on the valve button, select the middle of the pipe, and then choose the valve you wish to install. In this case, we'll choose 100mm globe valve. Run the simulation to show the results of the valve installation. If we wish to change the valve settings, use the edit button, click on the valve, change the settings and rerun the simulation. The updated numbers in the screen show the new water flows. Next, we will add a pump into the model to produce more flow. Pumps can be added as a pump curve or by specifying a required pressure or flow. In this case, we will fix the flow to what we need. Running the simulation again will show the new flows in the model. The program will also report the required pressure and power to produce the flow that you required. Let's review our model building skills. First, we grab our pencil and drag the mouse across the screen to draw a series of pipes. By default, Pumpsim will draw pipes in a horizontal plane, but holding the Shift or Alt key will allow you to draw in the vertical direction. The mouse will move the elevation as you draw, showing the coordinates and the elevation in the bottom left of the screen. The Alt key locks the XY coordinates, permitting only exactly vertical movements, while the Shift key allows the mouse to move in all directions. For more exact placement of pipes, click once with the mouse at the starting location and enter the exact coordinates or change in position. We will now add a tank to add water pressure, then we will open the end of the pipe up to allow water to flow from the system. Finally, we'll click the simulate button to model water flowing through the system. The moving arrows show that the simulation has been successful, however the text is a little small. We'll use the text scale to make the text a little larger so it's easy to read. Pumpsim defaults to a standard size pipe, however to make your own sizes, simply edit the pipe and then click on the type and size for the pipe you want. If you want to change multiple pipes at the same time, we'll use the yellow star select button. Simply select all of the pipes you wish to change in a fence, click on the edit button and then click on one of the selected pipes and change the size. All pipes selected will have their sizes changed. To summarise what we've done here, we've installed a 200mm pipe from the header tank into a system of 125mm poly pipe, and then run the simulation to show water flowing through the system. Finally, we've changed the text size to make it easier to see the results. All the data types in PumpSim can be changed anytime. However, remember that the simulation must be updated every time you make a change to ensure the data is correct. Thank you for listening to tutorial number 2. Next tutorial we'll learn how we can build a PumpSim model from a series of DXF or imported center lines. Thank you.